When we went to Israel, we were there for 4.5 years. We left everything that was familiar behind. And as a family unit of 7, what we began to do was minister together as a family. And the kids opened doors for us. And they picked up the language of Hebrew far quicker than we ever could. God was healing the rifts of that land through the family unit. And so when we came back to Canada after that, within a half a year, Raf was asked to be pastor of family ministry because that's just what we were naturally doing.
There was a period of time in January 2019 when God was stirring us up. I woke up early to work on some coursework, and I had the sense that God was giving me the impression about Japan. It wasn't somewhere I'd naturally thought of ever going. You know, I always thought we'd go back to the Middle East and go back to Israel. That's what made sense. I mean, we can speak Hebrew, we read Hebrew, we know people, we were involved in ministry there. That's what makes sense. Now, any of my ideas, most of the time, Sylvia was never very excited about, but this was one that she was right off the bat. So that day I went to the church and speaking with the pastor there, and he said, you know, you've told me a lot of different things lately and I didn't want to discourage you, but this is something I can get excited about. Let's check it out. So we both went on to the NAB website, and priority, Japan. They were actually looking for a church planner. So we were very, very excited about that. In Japan, the population is around 126 million. Less than 1% of the population are Christians. The team that's in Japan currently has been there for 15 years. They planted a Komyo congregation in Osaka. They just recently have released the leadership completely over to the Japanese. So there's already a team we'll be serving alongside and looking at starting a new church work.
They said they had been praying for 10 years for God to raise up missionaries to go there. That was such a humbling and overwhelming thought that for 10 years people had been praying and God picked us to go. I believe that God has a time for Japan, and all the missionaries that have gone before, all the believers that have shared the Word of God, all the seeds that have been sown into that soil, they will bear fruit. And perhaps this is the harvest time.